I am team hot girl summer, team hot girl own your legs this summer. I don't care what your legs look like. Everyone deserves to be comfortable. Everyone deserves to wear shorts. Everyone deserves to feel confident. Hello everyone and welcome back. Kara Corey here to talk about the next Buffbunny collection launch, which is the Hot Girl Summer Collection. This is launching next Saturday, which is June 13th at 1 p.m. CST or 2 p.m. EST. Now, this collection I think is not too overwhelming, but what I do love about this collection and just how they've been doing these launches, albeit very rapidly this year, we have a lot of items and colors that kind of keep coming back. So we can really mix and match a lot of items from past collections. So maybe you like this launch, but you want to grab a top from the last launch to mix and match. This is where it gets really fun. So I'm really excited about this because I think you guys are going to find a lot of pieces you maybe already have in your collection are going to go really nicely with maybe a new pair of leggings or a top you may want to purchase from this collection. So why I am so pumped for this one is because we have got some cardio representation here that I did get to help out with. So we have a little bit of like half and half, some cardio items that are going to be great for the summertime for my girls that are getting sweaty, whether you're a runner or maybe you just live in a super hot climate, you go outside for walks. These items are going to keep you feeling cool, dry, and ready to perform. And then we also have a nice selection of mobility pieces. So for my girls that just love the OG Newbury fabric, which is our soft double brush fabric, I'm wearing it here right now for Talking Head in the Elysium Sports Bra. We've got a lot of different colors and some OG sports bras coming back. So a lot of pieces coming in this collection are return items, but then to me we have the star of the show are the brand new Rebel Impact shorts. They are 6 inches and y'all have been asking me when we were getting Elysium shorts. Now is the time, and let me tell you, this runner is so excited about it because I basically got my summer uniform right here in this launch. Before we get into the review, I want to remind you, using code Kara anytime you shop the launch does get you 10% off, which is quite nice, and it'll enter you into my monthly giveaway. So all you have to do is use my code, take a screenshot, send it on over to me either via DMs on Instagram if you follow me there. If you don't, you should. Or you can send it on over to me via email at karacoreyfitlife@gmail.com. I do a monthly support giveaway. In addition, friends and fam, I will be here doing the live launch party. That's right, the day of the launch. That is June 13th. I hop on YouTube, I go live for like 2.5 hours, all right? So I'm here from 11:30 EST on until launch goes live to do live try-ons, to answer your questions, to kind of just update you as I continue to wear this stuff, okay? Because I did just get my package this week, but I was able to wear enough to be able to do this review, but I keep wearing it so that I can update you fully at the live launch party, help you style pieces, help you size, all of the things. We have such a good time over there, so make sure you join. Plus, we'll be doing some giveaways at that live launch party. All you have to do is be present on YouTube, enter in the chat, make some friends, ask some questions. It's going to be a great time. If you're new to my reviews, head on down to the description box. I'm going to have everything time coded for you down there. So if you're like, what did she say about the Elysium Sports Bra? You guys can just skip around, go to the time codes. In addition, I'll have my measurements down there for you. I think that'll help you out. I am mostly an extra small in Buffbunny collection, regardless of the piece, the color, all of the things. Overall, I am an extra small, but don't let that discourage you. I'm here to help you size based on all body types. So when I give you my advice, whether something's true to size, I will give you those specifics in terms of thinking about the context of the smallest size to the very largest size that we carry within Buffbunny collection. I'm here to help y'all out. As I mentioned, if you're not already following me on Instagram, be sure you go follow me over there because I do a lot of Q&As on the pieces within Buffbunny collection. I save a highlight. I do a ton of color comparisons, flat lays, measurements. All of those details will be there. Or you can join me in my Discord. It's called the Buffbunny Babes. We've been around since 2022, and so we have a really nice community over there where everyone is very educated on Buffbunny collection. We help each other out, answer each other's questions, and I usually spill all of my tea and like first impressions, that's the first place I go. I'm like, I gotta tell you guys this. That's always my first place to give y'all the details. So follow me in both of those places. Without further ado, let's get into it because we do have a brand new bra for cardio. I'm gonna start with the cardio pieces because if you didn't know, I am a cardio product advisor for Buffbunny Collection. This is a role that I take very seriously. It's a dream role for me, to be honest, to be able to be more involved with the brand beyond just an athlete level. I actually get to help fit test items. I get to provide feedback, and I'm just always giving them suggestions based on what y'all tell me, which is why I always want you guys to give me your ideas, your thoughts, your opinions, because I don't like to just speak for myself. I really try to make it about the entire community and bring that feedback back to the team. So I will tell them, this is my preference, but the masses prefer this. So I'm always thinking about y'all. So the more I know, the better I can tell the team so we can continue to shape and shift cardio to give you guys the best cardio pieces. So we have the brand new Crossfire Sports Bra. And I went a little hard. I got it in 5 different colorways. So you're going to see me in 5 different colorways. I have got Hot Mess. I've got the one contrast color. I think this is so cool they did this. It's Margarita on the front, and then they played around with a little contrast on the back with the Lemon Pepino straps. So cute. If you guys enjoy that, want to see more of it, let me know down in the comments. I absolutely adore that. We also just have the solid Lemon Pepino. We have Lava Print, which this was my first time getting Lava Print. And then I also got it in the plain OG black. So you're going to see me wearing the other 4 colors in my typical extra small. And then I did last minute grab the black one in an XX small. I decided I wanted to size down on it just for fit purposes. Before we talk about fit, let's talk about the design and intent of this bra. So this is made with our Elysium fabric. We have airbrush fabric and Elysium are our 2 biggest fabrics you're going to see within the cardio pillar. Again, you can wear these items for whatever you want. It doesn't have to be for cardio. This is just more how to categorize things for brand new customers. You can wear it for whatever you want. But for Elysium fabric, this is a bit more of a soft but silky type fabric where it's very quick drying. It actually helps wick the sweat away from your skin a bit. And the fabric, you can get it totally soaking wet and it dries in literally like 5 minutes. I've done sweat tests where I've literally drenched this and seen how long it takes to dry. They dry very quick. So that's the benefit from a cardio perspective. You'll find sometimes Elysium or airbrush, for instance, will fit a little bit tighter than our Newbury fabric. So in cardio, we think about things staying in place, not moving around. We think about it keeping us dry and really helping us perform. So that's just a little background. Elysium is a polyester spandex combo. It's more lightweight to the touch than airbrush. If you're used to airbrush, not quite as compressive as airbrush. I've had a lot of questions on this. That's why I just wanted to touch on it right now. So Elysium, to me, I think about it, if you've never tried it before, kind of feels a little bit like a swimsuit, I guess is what I would expect from the touch of this fabric, okay? It's gonna really be able to dry very quickly. The details of this bra. This is a short line little lady. And my favorite bras for cardio and in general are little itty bitty short line bras. But don't let that scare you, okay? We'll get to that in a second. You don't need to let that scare you. We've got a scoop neck in the front, just a very basic scoop neck, light little band around the bottom here, just kind of very basic in the front, right? And then in the back, it's like, pa-pow! You've got all these beautiful straps. They're very skinny, dainty. They don't all twist around either. When you put this sports bra on, they actually stay in place. You're not fussing with all the straps. It's a very beautiful open back situation. You're going to be kept very cool in this sports bra because your back is just nice and open. You have this bottom band here, which is very lightweight and it's super duper stretchy. Okay, so you do have removable boob pads in every single sports bra. I sometimes forget to mention that, with the exception of the reversible sports bra, which we'll talk about later. This sports bra in extra small, when I first tried it on, I got to wear this at the Buffbunny bar crawl event last weekend. When I first put it on, I was like, dang, I feel like doing burpees because I did for that workout. I was a little bit nervous if I was going to be supported enough in it. I'm a 34A cup. I'm very petite, very small up top, very little boobies. So I don't tend to need much support, but in a short line bra, I like to be kind of squished in, sucked in, pushed up, the illusion of a little bit of boobs. This one just kind of holds me in there, but it doesn't squeeze, it doesn't push. I will say, wearing it at the event, I was sweaty, I was doing burpees, I was jumping around, and nothing fell out. So I stayed in place very much so in my extra small. I did feel like, I wonder if I would like it a bit more compressive, however. So you'll notice in the black is the one that I sized down to the extra small. This one you can tell is like significantly less coverage on her. You can kind of see from the side detail profile shot, you can see more of my cleavage kind of coming out on top. With that in mind, I don't think it looks bad on me. I kind of like the size down as well. This one's going to give me that tighter, more pushed in compression that I think I might feel more comfortable with for running. Okay, so fit on this, let's talk about it just a little bit more because I talked to a lot of women who tried this bra. Now the construction of it, it was made not as tight because of the fact that it's got those beautiful straps on the backside. The team didn't want it to be really uncomfortable back there, which can sometimes happen with really strappy designs on the back. So they did make the straps a little bit longer compared to like the Elysium Sports Bra we'll talk about in a minute, so that the backside wasn't as tight, as constricting. I will say a lot of the athletes that tried it though, they either felt like it was true to size or they could size down. Okay, so across the board, my larger chest can also wear this bra. This is not just for small chests. The team has been grading their sports bras, and what I mean by that is as you go up in the bigger sizes, they account for that in terms of the amount of coverage and fabric. So they've really made this shift in 2026 where even though it's a short line, light, medium support sports bra, you can get your size large, your size extra large, and your boob is still going to fit in there. Will it still be short line? Will it still maybe give you some cleavage? Yes, but it doesn't mean you have to count this one out. So if you are someone that likes a shorter line bra, a little more dainty and sexy, because who says you can't? Like, you don't have to just be small chested to want a dainty bra. We all have different preferences. So you can definitely get this one. I will say for our smaller chest sizes, I can wear extra small. You guys take a look at how it looks between the extra small and the XX small. This definitely creates a lot less coverage. I don't mind that, but I don't have much boob. The extra small still works for me. I can run in either of these. I would say if I had known differently, I probably would have gone down in sizing for all of these because I've just been leaning a bit more into liking more compression when I run specifically. But if you want to play it safe and go true to size, I think you're going to be okay. But it's been a little bit of a mixed bag across the board between people liking it true to size or sizing down. So if you're someone that prefers more of that fitted, more supported, compressed look and feel, size down. If you don't like that and don't want to risk it feeling too tight on the strap, I would say go true to size. But this one is a must-have for me. I got to wear test this last summer, and I just love having more options for cardio fabric short line sports bras. We honestly have not received many of them. And so this year I'm happy to see that we have more options like this, which is why I had to get 5 of them. And I do have to say, I'm just obsessed with the contrast of the margarita with lemon pepino. So cute. This sports bra, I absolutely love. Everyone I've spoke with, everyone at the event was like, need that sports bra. Few of you already bought it at the boutique. Leave your thoughts below. It's going to be a well-loved sports bra. I hope you guys love this one as much as me. We've got some great color options in it as well. Y'all should be proud of me. I went harder on the shorts within this collection versus leggings. And 9 times out of 10, I'm a leggings girl when it comes to, well, lifting for sure, but running, I've been switching over more to running in shorts and just embracing my legs and just exposing my body to the sunshine because it quite frankly didn't have it for like 6 to 7 months. So I'm really about just being so comfortable and getting that vitamin D this season that I got more shorts than leggings, which leads me to the return of the Rebel Impact leggings. These I loved. If you guys tried these, they came out with the Spring Essentials launch. Remember, we had like the Dalmatian print, we had the Stardust, the Strawberry Milk. They came in black. Absolutely love these leggings. Y'all were crazy over wanting Rebel to come back. So this is a different twist on them, being the Rebel Impact. If you haven't tried them, let's talk about the details. I got them in Hot Mess as well as Lemon Pepino. I also did get to wear these at the event, which was really nice. So these are just such a simplified legging, which is why I love them. They are just truly that go-to legging with no crazy seams, no crazy details. We're just getting like a nice, solid, fun color. So Elysium fabric, like I just spoke about in the sports bra, you have no front seam, you have no side seams. You just have a basic V glute detail here. Nothing crazy, nothing too contouring on the glute. We're doing a little less contouring on the glute for cardio pieces. So a little bit minimal, but still nice and flattering on the glutes. And you'll notice we do use a reflective B on our cardio just to kind of separate it out for cardio. Reflective details are quite known just for like safety wise. Adds a little sportiness to it as well. Now in your Rebel Impact leggings, they are a seamless legging up top around the front, but around the back here, we do have a back top seam. So what that means is it's got that like double stitch in the back. And what that does is kind of help hold them in place a little bit more. Elysium fabric, be it a cardio fabric, be it a little more compressive. Once you sweat, once you run and move around, previously some of what people would complain about is that it start to stretch out in the waist and then you're pulling up your leggings. Really found that adding in that back top seam kind of helped meet the best of both worlds, because people tend to hate a full top seam. I'm not one of them. But so to fix a problem but still make sure customers are happy, just doing that in the back side, okay? And that actually really helps. They really do stay in place. I don't have any issues with having to pull them up or anything like that. So it really is a nice simplified design. You do have 3 inseams in these leggings. So you have short, regular, and tall. Now hear me out. I ended up switching over from short to tall. Short to tall. Girl, who you playing? I switched from short to regular. Okay, we ain't that tall. I'm barely 5'2", but I did get the regular, which is 25.5 inches versus the short, which is 23.5 inches. Your tall is 27.5 inches. You can always check the inseams on the website. They are slightly different based on fabrics. I noticed previously when I got these in the short inseam, the rise of them, for whatever reason with that shorter leg inseam, made it feel more camel toe-ish for me. Whereas when I switched to the regular, it just felt more comfortable on my waist, in the crotch area. Everything just felt more comfortable and natural. So that's why I switched to the regular inseam. And I didn't get any camel toe in these. I mean, even looking at all the footage, all the photos from the bar crawl, doing jump squats, doing jump lunges, doing burpees, I was just waiting to be mortified potentially by some of the video footage or the photos. They look great. And it was so hot. I nearly wanted to pass out. It was so hot. And these did not look sweaty. I didn't have swamp ass or sweaty crotch in them. Like, these were perfect for Houston weather, and that humidity was brutal, but they worked perfect. So anyways, I just wanted to touch on that in terms of the inseam length. If you are someone like myself where maybe you tried them before and they felt a little tight, you could try sizing up in the length, and that could assist in it. These are a high-rise legging, so you will notice they sit pretty much right at my belly button. Sometimes my belly button comes out, sometimes it doesn't. I do have a longer torso, but just going to a regular inseam really worked well for me, so I just wanted to mention that. Overall, very impressed with lack of camel toe. I didn't personally get camel toe in these, making sure I'm not trying to make them into an ultra high rise legging. Like, I think sometimes we have to be careful of that, because I know some of y'all just prefer ultra high rise, but when you try to take something that's not intended to and you hike it up further, obviously it's going to give you camel toe. Sometimes you just get camel toe because you're camel toe prone. I normally am as well, but I just wanted to point that out. These are intended to be a high rise, so really sitting at the top of your belly button is where they're intended to go. Sheerness, I was pretty impressed as well. Now I just got Hot Mess and Lemon Pepino. Lemon Pepino is going to be a darker color, so it's going to cover you up a bit more when it comes to the squat test. You're going to see squat test and everything with the black sticker. I'm also wearing a thong, so that's just going to give you a little idea of how things look back there. I will say, like, at the event in the like broad sunlight, I felt like you can see some cellulite through these leggings. Nothing crazy. Everyone has cellulite, but I just want to mention it. It was something I noticed. If that makes you uncomfortable, maybe go with a darker color. But I love these leggings. I think they're fantastic. They don't have pockets. I know that's one thing people want, pockets, but we need to have some options without pockets. For me, I'm either wearing one of the running belts that Buffbunny sells or like a running vest. So I don't always need pockets on my leggings. It's definitely not a deal breaker for me personally. I like that we just have a simplified option for those of you that want a really great sweat wicking legging for the summertime. In terms of sizing, these are true to size. I know they're Elysium. I know some people think, oh my God, they're going to be so compressive. They're not. They're really not. I mean, maybe they feel it in the leg at first when you pull them up, but from everyone that I chatted with who tried them in Spring Essentials, they're true to size. You don't need to size up in these. I would just say make sure you get your appropriate inseam, and that'll go a long way for how they feel. Like I said, I swear I'm not normally a shorts girl, and I ended up going with 4 pairs of our brand new Rebel Impact 6-inch short. Yes, I knew these were coming, and as much as I like leggings, I'm like, we only get the shorts so often, right? Leggings are always there, but I needed to get the shorts. So we're going to talk about these in a couple different ways, all right? First off, I got them all in extra small. I got the black pair. I have got the Hot Mess color and the Lava print. You'll notice on both Lava print and Hot Mess, they have a contrast stitch. So you can see it on the Hot Mess. It's got a darker pink stitching around the backside as well, and same with Lava print. So those are the only two that have that contrast stitching. I also got the color Margarita. She's a favorite. Margarita is double lined, an effort to help with sheerness. So that's going to be double lined in anything you get in Margarita bottoms in this launch. So I want to talk about these ones separately from the other 3, but I did get all 4 pairs in extra small. Let's take the Lava print. These are so fun. So design of these is going to fit, feel, everything is the same as the leggings I just talked about. So you're going to have that seamless top waistband, but on the back side, you are going to have that top seam to help keep them in place. They are a 6-inch inseam, and when I say inseam, that means measuring from the crotch gusset down to the bottom of the short. Okay, there's no side seams on Rebel, which is nice. I like that. Very simple. And the same glute detail over the back. Reflective details on all of these. So that is the same across the board. These are a great short if you are someone that just likes a longer short to stay in place, okay? So a 6-inch short, I find that inseam in particular stays in place really good regardless of what activity you're doing. If you're lifting, if you're a runner, if you're doing the Stairmaster, plyometrics, you name it, these stay in place, but they do so in such a great way where even where they hit you on the thigh, and you're gonna see me kind of showing you how they look on my thigh, they don't overly squeeze. So they don't really like make anything look pudgy or anything like that. They really have a nice bit of stretch in the thigh where they stay in place, don't move up on you, don't roll around, but also don't squeeze too hard, which I like. The waistband on these is similar as well. So high rise, you can expect that to hit you in the same spot. I don't personally have any issues with rolling, whether it's the Rebel Impact leggings or the Rebel Impact shorts. Sometimes I get rolling because you'll notice I'm very straight torsoed. I'm looking in the TV at myself. I'm like this. I'm just straight. I don't have that little bitty whoop waist. I just come straight down. So sometimes with that, like even in shorts like I'm wearing right now, I'll get a little bit of rolling down. Sometimes that means you need to size up. Sometimes it just has to do with how high-waisted something is and where it's hitting you in your torso. But I don't have that issue with these shorts. These I ran tested and they were fantastic. Love these for running. This fabric is just so good for running. The shorts themselves, they stay in place. Nothing feels too tight. Nothing feels too loose. Just overall the perfect fit. And as I mentioned, this fabric does a great job at wicking away the sweat so you feel nice and dry. We've had some really hot temperatures in New York, so I've been able to run in these a couple times and they're very, very comfortable. So the margarita pair themselves, this one we ended up going with a liner in here. So when you take the short itself, when I say there's a liner in there, see what I'm doing right here? You can actually pull that liner away from the short, whereas when I take the lava print and turn it inside out, there's nothing to pull away from. So one layer of fabric here, extra liner in here, okay? So that is in here. You've noticed we've done that with some of the legacy shorts as of lately, an effort to make sure you're not paying for something that's shearing out, you know, trying to do everything they can to really mitigate that. So Margarita did have to go with that extra liner in there. I know a lot of people are going to say, do they fit super tight now? Should I size up? Honestly, the liner that they've been using has really been perfected in my opinion. I think it really does a good job at knowing that there's a liner in there so that you cover the sheerness, but you don't feel like there's a liner in there. Like, you know it at first, but once you put them on, I ran 6 miles in these the other day. I wouldn't have even remembered that these shorts were doubled line. Like, it was not a thought in my head. You know how like sometimes you think about it and you're like, oh, these are bugging me. They're moving around. Something's going on. They're too heavy. Not a thought. Totally forgot these are double lined. They just go on, stay in place. You're done. You're good to go. So I don't believe you need to size any differently. I certainly did not. And from the video, I think you can tell like they don't look any different on me than the other pairs of shorts. They actually don't feel that much tighter. Now, if I was to put them both on a scale, of course, these are going to weigh a little bit heavier. You have added fabric on there, but they don't feel that additionally compressive, even in the thighs. They stay in place good. The liner doesn't bug me too much. We went with a liner that's a little bit tighter, so it's not giving you that like excess fabric look in the back. I really think they nailed it. The one thing I have to comment on with Margarita, and I am hoping that I just have a one-off defect. I think the team is going to send me another pair. But as I mentioned, I've already ran in these. I washed them on a cold wash, delicate cycle, air dried them. I go to grab them today for the review, and sadly, my seam, my stitching is all unraveling. I'm not sure how well you'll be able to see it here or in the footage, but it's literally on one side of the butt crack seam. It's all unraveling, as well as at the crotch area. Now, does that mean that they're gonna have a gaping hole in them? Can I still wear them? Of course, but are you gonna wanna spend how much ever they cost if the seam is gonna come unraveled? Probably not. I'm hoping that has nothing to do with the fact that they're double lined and I truly just got a defect. You know, with quality assurance, there's always going to be a few things that pop in and maybe aren't up to snuff. So hopefully I just got one of those that, you know, is that way. I don't know. I haven't heard it from anyone else yet. Again, I am a bit early with my review, so if I hear otherwise, I'll let you know. Like I said, I think the team is going to send me an extra pair, so I'll work those through the same system, see if it happens again, report back at the live launch party. These are like a number one pick for me, and especially in this color, so I really want to be so certain and confident when I tell you that you can get this color and have no issues in it. So at this stage of the game, that's what I have to report with these. I still love them, but I want to make sure this seam is not a big issue, all right? So just wanted to mention that. The color is gorgeous. Now, I ran in those. I also ran in the regular pair without the double liner. Performed just as well. Felt just as good. There really wasn't a huge difference for how I felt wearing them, believe it or not, even though one had the liner in there. These, to me, are probably my favorite 6-inch short they've come out with for running. We had some in the community collection in the airbrush short. I don't know if those were 6 or 7-inch. I can't remember at this point. I find these more flattering on me, to be honest. Even though they don't have pockets, I find them a bit more flattering on me. These will be my summer uniform. I think you guys are absolutely going to love these. With the black pair, I want to mention, black sometimes feels just slightly tighter. I will say I noticed just like a little more tightness with black. It doesn't have as much stretch to it, but still sizing true to size on these across the board, regardless of your size, your weight, your shape. These shorts, I believe, are true to size. Now with sheerness, black's always going to be your best bet. We double lined Margarita so that you really could do a good job with that. Sticker tested, again, very impressed with these colors and how they held up with the sticker test. I was not upset at all at the lack of seeing the sticker. I was almost like, am I looking at the right shot? Sure was. So I think you guys will be very pleased to have some fun, bright colors that you don't have to worry about shearing out. I didn't get camel toe in the shorts either. So for me, this was very impressive in terms of the camel toe front in this entire collection. Very, very happy with that. Still keeping with cardio pieces here, we have the return of the Elysium Sports Bra. We've seen it launch one other time, and I absolutely love this bra. I have to say, I think I do like it more than the Crossfire. They are very similar, but I think the Crossfire that we already talked about has a bit more stretch to it, whereas the Elysium, I think it feels a little bit tighter, a little more supportive, so that's why I like it. You're gonna see me wearing it in Margarita as well as white. This one, again, very itty bitty short line bra. This one does have the two double straps on the front. They're not uncomfortable whatsoever. And then it just has that really pretty detailing on the back. Simple scoop neckline and just a basic stretchy band along the bottom. I wear both of these in extra small, and they're both in Elysium as well. So Elysium fabric across the board for our cardio pieces. This one, I will say, is true to size. We had this one launch before, and my larger chested friends got it in their normal size and a size up, and they felt like their true to size fit better. This is another one that's graded. So as you go up in sizes, size large, you're gonna have more cup coverage, more boob coverage. If you size up being nervous that it's short line, you're gonna lose the support. So I think you're gonna wanna stay true to size on this bra if you've never tried it. If you have tried it and you're gonna go for the Crossfire, just know that this one feels more supportive than the Crossfire. So I think for that reason, the Elysium is still like maybe a favorite for me that I would grab more often than the Crossfire. I don't know, they're very similar. I mean, when you put them on top of each other, you can tell like width, the length of them, very much the same. The biggest difference is the strap length of the Crossfire. You get just a little bit more strap length. So I just wanted to showcase that. Very similar bras, but a little bit of a different design with those straps, making them feel a little bit different. But it makes me very happy to have two different styles of short line cardio sports bras. As I mentioned, you don't have to only wear these for cardio, and you could even get an Elysium Sports Bra and pair it with Newbury shorts. You can mix and match. To me, it doesn't look bad. I like mixing and matching fabric. So if you're someone that does want a little bit more support up top, a little sweat wicking, but you love the feeling of a Newbury short, then do that. You totally can. So not much else to say on that bra. I find it very true to size. I know some of my larger chests were very nervous to try it in the beginning after it first launched. They tried it and now they love it. So that's what I'm going to say about both Elysium and Crossfire. If you have bigger boobs than me, you're like, girl, I don't know if I can. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. If it's appealing to you, definitely give it a try. I think you'll be surprised. And if you're sick of seeing me talk about short-line sports bras, we have the Wicked Zip Sports Bra returning in some super fun colors. I went hard on Margarita this launch, so sorry, not sorry, but that is the one I chose. I really like the Wicked Zip Sports Bra. I will say I normally do prefer a short line sports bra, but I love having an option that's more supportive, higher coverage, and longer line. And that's everything you're getting with Wicked. So if you're not familiar with this bra, we have a lot of features on her. I know some people say they don't like high coverage. They think it looks, not as flattering, not as sexy, not as girly. I feel like Wicked is a very pretty sports bra for being high coverage. I don't think it makes... I don't know. To me, I think it looks very stylish, and the little sweetheart design that we have going over the chest, I just find so flattering. So even for someone like myself, I love this sports bra and how it looks on me. I also think it looks really sporty. So if you like that more sporty look, which a zip bra I think gives sporty. It's like, I'm a cyclist, I'm a runner. I don't know, it just gives sporty vibes. So I really love this sports bra. So you do have the higher coverage, but it doesn't choke you out up here. You'll notice I have my clavicle showing. Nothing's too tight, too choky, but you don't have to keep it all the way zipped up. We do have on the inside here, you've got these little lock hook and eye closures, I believe they're technically called. So you have 2 of those that you can take and put it in there. You can lock them up. So I usually like to lock the middle one up just for safety. And then you can kind of leave it unzipped a little bit for a little bit of cleavage to boop out if you want. I do that. What else? So what's cool about this bra, the other features, you have 2 side mesh pockets. There are these like mesh ventilated pockets. If you're a runner, it will fit a goo in there or any type of like intra. Maybe you use Nerds clusters or something like that. You can keep your chapstick in there, Band-Aids, butt wipes, keys, you name it. You have 2 of those pockets on each side. They are under your armpit, so I make sure I can tuck my stuff in the pocket. When I do, I don't have any chafing. Then on the back side, people be sleeping on this feature. You can put your cell phone in there. This is the only Buffbunny collection bra that you can put your entire cell phone in here. And before you ask, yes, it fits. I've tested it. All right. I have a bigger phone than you. I'm telling you that right now. And she fits in there fine. If you've never tried running with your phone in the back of a sports bra, it's going to change your life. It's going to change your life. Long gone are the days where you put your cell phone on one side pocket. Then you're lopsided. It feels all weird. You're off, okay? Put it in the back of your sports bra. It's on your back. You forget it's there. Then you have your hands free. You have these side pockets. You can wear your belt bag. You just have so much more room for activities and it feels more comfortable. So maybe you don't like love a high neck sports bra, but you love this feature. I'm telling you, you're going to fall in love with it. People choose to not get this bra, and then when they try it, they're like, oh my gosh, why didn't I get this sports bra before? So it's a really great sports bra. She is more compressive, but here's what we have on the back side. This deters some people. It is Velcro. This allows you adjustability around the rib cage. We all have different size rib cages. So for me, like I don't have to have it all the way over so it's not super tight. If you lay this correctly, I don't have any issue with chafing. I've worn this for long runs. She's also going to come with its own laundry bag. Anytime you have Velcro, you want to wash this in that little washing bag so that the Velcro doesn't like get on one of your other sports bras and mess it all up. But it's going to come with its own laundry bag. So I love the adjustability of this. I personally find this one true to size. I don't need to size up. She's going to feel more compressive. This is going to be, I will say, why am I still holding my boobs? This is going to be your most compressive sports bra from Buffbunny collection. Yeah. Within this launch, definitely most compressive here. I mean, Gab's Situation Bra, I think, takes the cake, but this one's like just one level down for compression and support. But I love this. I love the color. I love doing a little half zip. You have so many options with this. Again, you don't have to pair it with an Elysium bottom, but this is going to be great for you ladies that want high support, coverage, true to size. Now that's going to be it for all the cardio items I have to review. I just want to remind you, if you are choosing to shop this launch and you appreciate the reviews, the live launch parties, all the details I provide, using code Kara on launch day or anytime you shop the brand gets you 10% off. Send that code over to me that you used it. Take a little screenshot. That'll enter you into my monthly giveaway. If you're like, I don't know if she's doing a giveaway or if I missed it, just send it over. I'm always doing giveaways. If you're not sure, just send it over to me. If you missed it, I'll put it into the next one. So don't ever delay on sending that over to me. I'll give y'all a bunch of reminders too. Also, set your alarms if you want to join me for the live launch party on Saturday, June 13th. I'll be live here on YouTube at 11:30 EST, answering all your last minute questions, doing different styling, mixing and matching, helping you size, and we'll be doing some gift card giveaways as well. Okay, finally, we're in Newbury and we have the return of the Revolution Sports Bra. I'm wearing it right now in our brand new color of this launch. So this is the only brand new color, and it's grape jelly, which could not be more accurately stated for this color. It's the perfect Welch's grape color. I'm gonna have to match my Ghost energy drink to this when I go to the gym next. The Revolution Sports Bra has been around for years, and it is a customer favorite. She is true to size, in my opinion, and the beauty of this is that gorgeous square neckline that I think flatters everyone. Large chest sizes, small chest sizes. It's not a cleavage bra for me, and it's also not overly tight, even though on the back we have that like caged strapping going on the back side. This is more of a longer line sports bra too, which is really nice. So when I pair it with a pair of shorts like this, I'm wearing the Micro Legacy, I don't have a ton of tummy showing. So it creates that kind of crop top look, or for someone that's not super confident to wear just, you know, a little dainty itty bitty sports bra, the Revolution Sports Bra just gives you that nice option to cover up a bit more of your torso. I just think it's beautiful. It's Newbury fabric. So if you're not familiar with Newbury fabric, when you touch it, it's got that soft brushed feel. Not sweat wicking, but it's not overly hot either. Like, this is a fabric I wear all summer long. You do have removable cup pads in here, and this might be a newer feature. They've been doing this more often where they now stitch down the middle. I'm showing you the inside of the bra. They stitch it so the boob pads don't crisscross over each other, which is quite nice. And on our Newbury fabrics, you'll notice that on the back side, it's a silicone B that's on here, so you won't have the reflective detail. I also got the bra in Lemon Pepino as well as Baked Blue, because these are just like core colors that I am not over yet. These are going to be colors that I'm wearing year round. They're just so pretty, and I love that they can mix and match with everything else we've gotten in our collection so far this year. We haven't had Revolution, I feel like, in a while. I can't quite recall the last collection we had it in, but there have been no changes to the fit of it. I do feel like it fits me true to size. I don't feel like it's too overly tight. Nothing is like chafy or too tight in the armpits. It gives you pretty decent armpit coverage, at least for someone smaller chested. This is a bra that is just a go-to for me. Rev, Rosa, Alpha. Those are like my top 3 Newbury sports bras. I love them so much. So I'm really happy we got some Revolution sports bras. I think overall true to size. In the past, some of y'all wanted to size up on this bra because of that, you know, strappy situation on the backside. I think you still could. I don't know that it's necessary. I think the fit really is true to size. I just think that's definitely a top pick, like a top sports bra if you've never tried the brand before. A Revolution sports bra in a Legacy legging, chef's kiss. Next to mobility, I did choose to get a pair of Micro Legacy leggings. You also have the option of Legacy leggings. I went with the Micro Legacy. Why do I feel like these are kind of like controversial? Not controversial, but maybe polarizing lately for how people feel about them, but I really like these. I like Micro Legacy because of the simplicity of these leggings compared to a Legacy. Legacy has the seam going down the side. The Legacy seams on the backside are a bit more, they're bigger and a bit more in your face. So you'll notice for me, I'm always like team simple and kind of less bold, if you will. So that's why I really like the Micro Legacy. These are coming as well in 3 different inseams. Again, I went with regular. So regular inseam on these is a 26-inch inseam. So on these, there's no front seam, there's no side seam. And then on the back side, those little teeny tiny Micro Legacy seams, they're very petite, and I'll show you the Micro Legacy, and then these are the Legacy. So it's, you know, quite a bit of a difference on the backside with how big the seams are compared to these. So anyways, I do really like Micro Legacy. One thing I'll say about Micro Legacy that some of y'all don't love, and I don't either, the back rise feels a little bit shorter than the front rise. So sometimes it can kind of feel like the back side is down lower than the front of your waist. The same feels true on the shorts too. That's just something I noticed. I don't know if that's just something specific that was done, but I know I'm not the only one who's noticed that. For me, that's not a deal breaker to not buy the leggings full out with my own money or receive them in PR. I would prefer them be the same all the way around, to be honest with you, but it's not a deal breaker for me where it bothers me, where I don't like them or don't want to wear them. I do mention it because for some of you it is a deal breaker and you don't like it, so you steer away from them and stick with the Legacy. Micro Legacy is also a high-rise legging, so similar to the other items we talked about today, Micro Legacy is high-rise, so it sits in that same spot on my waist right over my belly button. Being longer torsoed, I prefer that. I'm not so much an ultra high-rise girl anymore. I know, I'm sorry. Many of you are, and that's okay. We all have different preferences, but so anyways, these I find true to size. Squat testing, they were great. Cellulite coverage is really good too in Newbury fabric. Honestly, even in some of the lighter colors, which we're not getting in these leggings, but I think the squat tests are great on these. You really can't even tell. But yeah, Micro Legacy, no changes to them since the Color Club collection we just got. Same, you can expect them to fit the same, feel the same. From there, we're going to talk about the Micro Legacy shorts. So I got both a 6-inch pair and a 4-inch pair. I'll talk about them at the same time because the only big difference here are the inseams, and I did just review these as well last month in the Color Club collection. There's been no changes to these shorts. So you're seeing me wear the Micro 6-inch in baked blue and then the 4-inch in grape jelly, which I have on right now as well. These are both high rise, so similar to the legging, expect them to fit you the same spot in the waist. The one thing with Micro Legacy, very similar details, nothing different from the leggings, but Micro Legacy in general, compared to, again, Legacy shorts, which we're going to talk about in a minute, because I also got a pair of Legacy shorts in baked blue in the same color. I don't know if you can see on here. I'm going to have some flat lays for you over on my Instagram and in Discord. But the Micro Legacy, they are just a little bit of a snugger fit. They feel just as lightweight, the fabric themselves, but they just fit a little smaller. I don't know what to say about it. It might just be because of the difference in rise. Legacy is ultra high rise. So I just want to throw that out there. You can expect if you're getting Micro Legacy shorts that they're going to feel even shorter. Like right now I'm wearing the 4-inch and they are essentially a 2-inch, a 1-inch on me. They really roll up. And I do find that to be the case in the 6-inch as well. So if you are someone that's really not wanting your shorts to roll up, you really want them to sit where they're supposed to sit, these are not going to do that. They're not. They do roll quite a bit. They roll up from the thigh. So I don't mean roll at the waistband per se. I mean the actual thigh. It rolls up. You might see it in the footage a little bit. I still wear them training. I am team hot girl summer, team hot girl own your legs this summer. I don't care what your legs look like. Everyone deserves to be comfortable. Everyone deserves to wear shorts. Everyone deserves to feel confident. So if you don't feel confident in shorts, go with the leggings. I'm never going to pressure you. But I will say I lived a lot of my life, which was really stupid to say, hating my legs and wanting to keep them covered up. And for what reason? So I'm not in that era of me anymore. I'm truly okay with every bit of cellulite or any imperfection you may see on me. I'm fine with it. We are all imperfect humans. There's no such thing as perfect. So if you want to wear the damn shorts, wear them. And if you want to wear the Micro Legacy shorts, wear them and know that they do roll a bit, okay? So my 6-inch shorts, I feel like tend to move up closer to like a 4-inch short. And the 4-inch shorts, they tend to fit me like a 1-inch, 2-inch short. I mean, they're right up in there right now. So I like both of them. I wear both of them. My 4-inch shorts, I probably wouldn't wear to the gym, to be honest with you, because it is all of my legs sticking out. My butt cheeks stay covered. Thank goodness nothing is coming out. It's not that aggressive, but my full thigh, everything is out. Some people love that, especially a lot of my bodybuilder friends. They're in the gym and they want to see their legs. They're trying to make gains or they're trying to get lean enough for the stage. They roll their shorts up intentionally to see their legs, to watch things in action, to keep an eye on how things are looking, or maybe it's just more comfortable, So I just want to throw that out there. Micro Legacy 6-inch and 4-inch, they do feel a little smaller of a fit. I don't have any issues in the waistband per se. I wouldn't honestly want to size up on them because then for me, I feel like they'd be too big in my waist. You totally could. If you're in between sizes on Micro Legacy shorts and you don't want the rolling to occur as bad, try sizing up. Sheerness in terms of grape jelly or baked blue, we have a win again. I don't think they were bad whatsoever. Again, I only have shorts in the grape jelly, but I feel pretty confident if you went with a legging in these, you're going to be quite all right as well. The slow burn that the reversible sports bras had on me, these launched so many times, but they originally came out in the 70s collection, and they're a go-to bra for me because they are just ultimate comfort, okay? If you want the ultimate t-shirt bra, sports bra to wear all day long, that is the reversible sports bra. What I will say is there's no boob pads in here, nor is there a spot to put boob pads in here. So if you're uncomfortable with that, sometimes I slide pads in there or I wear the little sticky cakes. So just want to throw that out there so there's no surprises. What's so cool is you get a 2-in-1 bra, so you get both colors. So I ended up going with the grape jelly one that has lava print on the other side. I just thought that was a really fun color combination. It's definitely giving Phoenix Suns. If you watch basketball, that's what it reminds me of. But I think it's really, really cute. This is just your very simple sports bra, more of a low support sports bra, right? Like it's not gonna like hold you in that great or prevent you from bouncing up and down, but it's just like your ultimate comfort sports bra. And I love that you get 2-in-1 with it. So very basic scoop on the front, definitely higher coverage compared to Elysium or Crossfire. And then on the back side, it's just, you know, a basic little strap on the back here. So this one's great. I grab this all the time for like working from home, especially when I just want to have a sports bra on but be comfortable. This is the one I gravitate towards. Per the team, there's been no changes on her. I haven't like fact checked that yet or anything, but it does appear to fit the same as when we last saw it, which I want to say was in the Valentine's Essentials. I can't quite remember, but we have seen reversible this year. So to my knowledge, there's been no changes. I wear my normal extra small. I could probably even size down on her, to be honest with you. So if you did get it recently and you liked that size, you should be good to go. If you're in between sizes on reversible, or just in between sizes in general, I would size down in this because there's not a lot of constriction. There's not a lot of tightness. So I think if you size down, you would be pleased with it. This is just like a good basic to have on hand. It's not necessarily my ultimate workout bra for the reason of not having cup pads in there and it just being like a little bit more lightweight, but it's definitely like my perfect everyday sports bra. You know, something like Elysium or Crossfire, these cardio bras are not intended to wear all day long, all right? But our Nubri sports bras, we actually can wear these all day long and they're pretty damn comfortable. Now for my girlies who love ultra high rise, we do have some legacy items for you. So I decided to get the Legacy 6-inch shorts. They're only coming in 6 inches. You don't have the option of 4, but you can get these in leggings. I went with the 6 inches in the baked blue color because I'm obsessed with it. And these are ultra high rise on the waist. So I'll say the fit and the feel of these just feels more comfortable versus the Micro Legacy. Like they don't roll, they don't move around as much. The 6 inches in the inseam, they actually stay on your leg in that 6-inch territory. So why that difference is, I am still not totally sure, but you have this option here. So if Micro Legacy doesn't appeal to you, the Legacy shorts may appeal to you. So we have no front seam on these. You do have a side seam. It's very minimal, but you've got that blue stitching. And like I showed you before, you do have the 3 butterfly seam on the back side. It's just a bit bigger, a bit more opened up. So compared to the Micro Legacy, it'll be easier to show you on the flat lay, but it just feels like it's a little bit more opened up maybe in the hip and in the thigh, and that allows for them to stay in place a bit better. So overall, I do find these a bit more comfortable. I like both options, but if everything I was saying with Micro Legacy has you nervous, you may play it safe with a Legacy short. There isn't really much else to say about these. Silicone branding back here. I really feel like Legacy is definitely true to size. Very comfortable. Same Nubri fabric, so you've got that same double brushed feel and stretch to them. But if you are that person that really misses ultra high rise, when I wear these, they are going to look more like that compared to my sports bra. So ultra high rise with a longer line sports bra, you're only going to have just like a little bit of a peekaboo of your stomach, which I know for many women make you feel more confident or comfortable. You want to be a bit more covered up, or maybe it's just that time of the month we want to grab our ultra high rise and be locked in a bit more. I'm there with you. I feel you. So we love an option like this. So some slight differences between the two. If you guys have questions on those differences, if I didn't explain it well, just let me know. And lastly, this was a nice surprise in the Legacy family. Well, close to last, we have our Legacy Flairs returning. So I got these in Lemon Pepino, and these, similar to the shorts or your leggings, they are a ultra high rise. So they sit a bit higher on your waist. I have them in the short inseam on these. So we have 3 inseams on our Legacy Flairs as well. I do like going with a short inseam on these because they're 30 inches. So you'll notice even with the tennis shoe that I'm wearing that has a little bit of a chunk to it, my pant still sits right, like it just flows right at the bottom of your sneaker. It just grazes the ground, which I think is kind of the perfect length. That's truly what we want our pants to do, is just kind of graze the ground. We don't want them dragging. We don't want them too high, just grazing the ground. So 30 inches is perfect for me, and I got my extra small. So no front seam. They flare out. They previously had opened these up at the calves like a while ago, so the fit on these I think is really nice. Backside, you've got that same Legacy butterfly detail over the glutes. I really like a flare legging. Jason Corey does not like a flare legging. I don't know why. I think they can like make you look a bit more curvy. I'm not saying that's not why he doesn't like them. I don't know why he doesn't like them. I personally like them for like an everyday look. I like to travel in them. I find them really comfortable. Usually when I travel, I will pack a flare pant with me. It is one of my go-to travel day options, or something to have in my suitcase if I need like a loungy pair of pants but don't want to be in all-out sweatpants. But I don't like to work out in flares. It's very rare I'm going to grab a flare to work out in, and I know many of you agree with me on that. But I was happy to see these come into the collection. We had flares this year earlier, and I didn't choose to get them in PR, so it's been a minute since I've gotten the flares. And with this color, this little, well, the matching sports bra, and then I also have the Lemon Pepino crew neck. I have the zip hood. What else do I got? I just feel like there's so many other things from the other launches I can pair with these. That's what gets me excited. Like even the spice jacket I think would look really cute with these. So I'm already playing around with like some different options. So to my knowledge, there's been no updates recently to the flare leggings. You've got those 3 inseams, short, regular, and tall. So make sure you take a look at those inseams, see what's best for you. Hot Girl Summer, this gives you like a nighttime or daytime look to lounge in my opinion, not so much for working out. Now, I was one of the few that got to fit test the brand new invisible thongs. I have to find my other ones. I'm pretty sure these are the hip rise based on how they're looking on me right here, right now, over my shorts. It's feeling very Jane Fonda. If you know, you know. So I've had these since February to fit test. You have an option of a high rise and a hip rise. So the high rise is going to come up a little bit higher. I'll see if I can find my other pair and I'll do a flat lay comparison for you. These I believe are in the color sand or cinnamon. They come in 4 different color options, 2 different rises. What I really like about these is they do have this bonded seamless finish on them. So let me take them off. Let me take my undies off, okay? Let's take our panties off and talk about them. I am currently wearing, you guys see these? They're not cute, but these are the Amazon ones I've recommended for a long time. They are seamless, but the problem I have with them, I think they help with camel toe, but they slide around a lot under my pants. So then I'm left fussing with this seam, and like they're a seamless underwear, but I'm always fussing with them. These I do not. With that bonded band on them, it really keeps them in place. So that band does wonders. The crotch gusset does have that nice cotton liner, so it's very breathable. It's good for the pH of our lady bits, all of the things. Now, these were not claimed to resolve camel toe, but anytime I've worn these, I haven't had camel toe. So I think they do a nice job. I think I paired these with the Stardust Elysium Rebel Impact leggings, because that's always my go-to to be like, am I going to be able to see my goodies or no? This covered it up. So I'm very pleased with this new addition of thongs to the crowd, because we haven't had thongs from Buffbunny in a hot minute. And the older pair they came out with, they don't work well under like activewear. They worked well under normal clothes, but not under activewear. These are really good. These were not available for PR, so I'll definitely be grabbing some more myself. But I'm very impressed with them. I got mine in my extra small. Yeah, my true extra small. These are nylon spandex combo, so it's got like a really nice silky feeling to it, but again, not slippery. It's not going to slide around on you. They stay in place pretty good. I don't know how else to show these off for you and not be inappropriate, so other than throwing them over my shorts, I don't know what else to do, but they cover up the girl pretty good. So I'm very impressed with those. I know you guys are pretty excited about having some good undies. They've worked for me for like covering camel and just staying in place. So I love them. I'm really hyped on those. I definitely want to get more. I think they are sold individually. So those are new to the crew. Also, you'll notice I did get socks this time. We have 2 options for 3 packs of socks. I got the quarter crew, and then I think they have like the half crew. It's a 3-pack. You can do brights or neutrals. The brights has the taffy purple. I'm wearing the margarita socks right now, and then you get a black pair. The other pack has lemon pepino, baked blue, and black. So just a little fun detail to be able to match some of your outfits to. I personally like the little quarter crew, the little tiny one. So these are my favorite. So I did get a 3-pack of socks. Those are the other options for you. There are a few things I did not receive. I did not receive the Rosa Sports Bra. I might still try to grab one actually, so I have it for the live launch party. There is some changes to it, which I know you guys are happy about. They've changed that bra a couple times. She's coming back in 11 colors. I know, 11 colors. And I had asked design, do you remember last year Rosa came out in Warrior and Unbreakable, and they did something to improve the side coverage, but then like they made it shorter, like they made it lower coverage. I just remember a bunch of y'all were really unhappy with the changes. So the team did update it back. It's now back to the OG neckline for your coverage. They did keep the updated side coverage. That was the recommendation, was to like improve the side coverage, because a lot of girls were having spillage over there. And it looks like that bottom band was possibly reduced slightly. So I think you guys are still going to be true to size in Rosa. Like I said, I don't have it here in front of me. Let me see if I can get my hands on one. I think they had it on the PR site available in a couple colors. So let me see if I can get one of those for the live launch party, just to double check for y'all. But I love the Rosa Sports Bra. She's always been a favorite. It's a classic sports bra. Another one similar to Revolution in my opinion. Rosa, I think, is more well-loved overall by the masses. I think it works for more chest sizes, because she's just a basic double strap in the back. So really pretty sports bra. That one's also more of a longer line sports bra. We have all the color options coming in Rosa, so you guys may want to stock up on that one. Newbury fabric, so soft brush, perfection. Other things we have, Legacy legging. So I got the Legacy shorts, right? Legacy legging ultra high rise coming in baked blue and lemon pepino. You guys also have a little option with Poshknit in here, Poshknit aggressive scrunch coming in black as well as baked blue. And last but certainly not least, the everyday duffel is coming in margarita, and it so pains me that I didn't grab it, but I'm literally out of room when it comes to bags. So if I was gonna get that one, I'd have to give up one. I wasn't ready to do that, you guys. But the new updated everyday duffel bag, if you haven't gotten it, I have it in strawberry milk. she's perfection. That is my everyday gym bag. So it really does fit everything you need at a really good price point. It's quite wild. So if you love the margarita color, that's a fun little option for you. All right, that is everything I received for the Hot Girl Summer collection. This is just such a fun blend between mobility and cardio and core colors and pops of colors. So I'm super excited. I think there's a little bit something here for each and every one of you. Hopefully this review gave you a good overview of pieces you're interested in, how to size, but if not, comment below and I'm happy to answer. Also, be sure to join me at my live launch party because I will be answering all your last minute questions there. I will update y'all on the margarita shorts. Maybe I'll have a Rosa Sports Bra by then, and we can just chit chat and make sure that you guys know what you want to shop for the launch and get everything you need in the right sizes. I try to get you guys ready to go. That way you have no returns. That's always my goal, is that you're getting things that you absolutely love. All right, friends, that's going to wrap up the review video. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you found it helpful, and I hope to see y'all at the live launch party.
Called on a Monday, waiting for a sign, just sitting in my barrel. I get lost.